messed me up. I didn't expect that, to be honest. I didn't, yeah. Oh. That's a must-see movie. First of all, an amazingly made film. There were so many elements that I think were excellent. The acting, the storyline, the characters, also showing the historical side of what actually happened. None of us, at least in the West, have ever, certainly I have never heard of that event, the Nanjing massacre, until I got here. I heard about it. I want to see the movie. I thank God there were some subtitles in this movie this time. It helped me a lot to understand it better. I really followed the storyline, and you start to feel a lot of feelings towards each of the characters in the movie. Like the postman, you can really relate to, because you feel like, man, what if I was trapped and what would I do? And you know, you just obey and try and do what you need to do. And then you feel loyal to the survivors underneath the house and you want to see them survive. And this traitor, the Chinese guy who was translating for the Japanese army, he was just such a coward. He would do such disgusting things. And it would make me feel so angry. And I remember this one scene where he was talking to his wife and trying to convince his wife, no, we have to be loyal to the Japanese so that we can survive and have opportunities in Nanjing after the Japanese take over and they rule in China. And he said this one thing that really upset me a lot. He said the Chinese are poured out like sand, or the Chinese are scattered like sand. They're not united. They won't beat the Japanese. And I just want to say I thank God that China took back Nanjing and took back China rightfully and pushed the Japanese out. Like, how dare an invader come so atrociously, so disgustingly, and do such evil acts in China to the people of China. This is their land. This is their home. How could you come into this place and do that? Hats off big time to those that are either current survivors of that time period in China, who are Chinese, or, you know, anyone who has a mum or a dad or a grandparent who survived that time period. The film studio Laoban, the boss, he was an awesome guy, man. I really resonated a lot with him, with his big heart, with his integrity, his sacrifice, his selflessness. That made me cry quite a few times. And the other moment that made me burst into tears was when the soldier who survived, who had an injured ear, when he realized there was a photograph of his little brother, his Didi, who died, man, that made me cry a lot. Because I'm like thinking of my own sons and how my oldest son calls my little son Didi, and it just imagining putting myself in that position of like losing my little brother, or him losing his little brother, and just crying out Didi, Didi. Oh, that really messed me up a lot. So there were a lot of moments in the movie that were really, oh man, really moves your heart. Hey guys, so I'm back home now and I'm doing a little bit of research, and I want to share with you kind of what I'm learning as I'm learning it live. So the Nanjing massacre, okay, the date was December 13, 1937 to January 1938. Estimated 200 to 300,000 Chinese civilians and disarmed soldiers were massacred. So innocent people were killed, bayoneting, beheading, burning alive, shooting, burying alive, and I heard some even more heinous items there as well. And there were killing competitions. So the Japanese soldiers wanted to see who could kill 100 people with swords. Man, hectic. 80,000 women and girls were raped, including children and elderly. Oh my goodness. Tokyo trials and Nanjing War Crimes Tribunal convicted Japanese leaders General Iwane Matsui, executed in 1948. Okay, interesting. And Emperor Hirohito and high-ranking officials were exempted. Why? You would think that the emperor would definitely be arrested or, put through a court system to at least be dethroned or prosecuted or something. He should have come to justice for sure. That's really disappointing to see that, to be honest. Some Japanese nationalists and politicians deny or downplay the massacre. I should definitely go to Nanjing and I should see the museum and go to the commemorations and memorial hall, and I should check it out for myself, I think. So, man, like, it really helps you to understand an event when you see it reenacted and you see it true to historical, factual information out there, put into a film. Well done to those who made it. And I also want to say, thank you, I guess, to, again, all the survivors and anyone who helped China in that time period. And today, guys, in China, you can really pat yourself on the back. This is a great country. You have a wonderful culture. And the movie kind of shows me kind of the heart of the Chinese people in a way that makes me really feel, man, I really have a love, and a respect and an honor for the people of China and the culture, but your heart especially, really makes me feel a lot of affection towards the people. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It certainly makes sense to me, and really hits me hard. I want to ask you guys, have you seen the movie, or are you planning to see the movie? If you've seen the movie, what did you get from the movie? What hit you the hardest? If you're watching and you're from Japan, what are your thoughts? Do you think there should be an apology? What does that look like? If you're from China, what does an apology look like? How do you fix something so horrible? And if you're a Westerner, did you know about the Nanjing massacre? Can you see the movie? Have you seen the movie? What are your thoughts about, what I've explained here today? Or, if you want to do some research, definitely do some research and comment below. What are your thoughts? Guys, again, a really hard-hitting movie. I really recommend it. Amazingly made. Hit my heart super hard today. So thanks, guys. See you next video.